Hi everyone, I'm back again, and today I'm going to be doing the Synastry chart between Mica Miller and Pastor John Paul Miller. And this is really eye-opening, and there's so many aspects and energies in here that really, I couldn't even believe what I found without having their birth times. And I had to really dig deep to find out his birthday, so I'm going to get started. Now, in his natal chart, he has the asteroid Church conjuncting Hades at 1 degree. I don't know how he has a congregation, seriously, because Hades conjuncting his church, that's like the devil in disguise in the church. And his Casanova, Fink, Deshaba, and Akrab conjuncts his north node. Unbelievable. We've got two fixed stars here that are quite negative, and two negative asteroids as well, conjuncting his north node. Whatever conjuncts your north node in your natal chart, these energies will be where your life is going, the theme of your life, how other people will eventually see you. So in this case, Casanova, he's like a sweet-talking ladies' man. I mean, he doesn't talk sweet all of the time due to some other energies in this chart and these fixed stars. And Fink has to do with disloyalty. Now, Deshaba and Akrab, those fixed stars have the energies of malevolence, sudden attacks or assaults, violence, and hidden secrets. So he's got a lot of hidden secrets. Deshaba, the crown of Scorpio, Mars in nature. Both of these fixed stars are in the constellation of Scorpio. Now Akrab has coincides also with hidden things and secrets. Both of these fixed stars can mean psychopathic tendencies if it's conjuncting your luminaries. Now, it isn't, in this case, it's bad enough that it's conjuncting his north node. Now, there are some people that have that conjunction, but with him, there's so much other nasty stuff going on in his natal chart that you'll see how it eventually comes together. Now, his Mercury, before I get to that, his Sphinx also conjuncts her north node. So the theme of the relationship for her, one of them, he was disloyal, and that has to do with cheating as well. Now his Mercury conjuncts his Lachesis, Agamemnon, and Sphinx. I haven't listened to any of his speeches or sermons, so I don't really know how he operates in church. The one I did listen to one part where he was talking about Mica, and he started crying with crocodile tears and going on and on about how loving she was and how she was like a wonderful person. And I just thought to myself, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously. Okay, Mr. Hades conjuncting your church. That explains it to me, some of it anyway, but his Mercury, like I said, that has to do with talking and thinking. And it's conjuncting his Lachesis, and that's death. And Agamemnon has to do with sacrifice. In Greek mythology, Agamemnon was in the Trojan War and killed Artemis' sacred stag. So he had to sacrifice one of his offspring to appease her. So does he talk about the end of the world or the end times and sacrifice? And is there a lot of secrets and riddles the way he speaks? Because his Mercury is also conjuncting Sphinx. So there's like, you can't really figure out where he's going with what he's saying. I mean, it can be like that, not all of the time. But he's got Mercury and Gemini, and they have the tendency to go off on tangents. So it's almost like I'm getting, in a way, I feel like there could be word salad with him involved. And Also, his Megara, Zeus, Maniac, and Algol conjuncts his sun and south node. Megara has to do with the desire to punish. He, to me, it would seem like he would want to punish people who didn't go along with the way his ideology. But his Zeus is also conjuncting his sun, so he's not loyal. He's a cheater, and I think that Mica accused him of cheating, or thought that he was cheating, which she, in this chart, it shows that she did, which I will get to. But his Maniac is also conjuncting his sun. And Algol, another fixed star that's not, that doesn't have a lot of positive qualities to it. I mean, it's an evil fixed star. It's conjuncting his sun, and he's, to me, I would not even be friends with somebody that had these energies in their natal chart. With Maniac as well. Maniac is like, on the extreme side, maniacal behavior, moody, and unpredictable. And since all of these asteroids and the fixed star Algol conjuncting his sun, it also conjuncts his south node. So he feels comfortable with this. It's like, well, that's just the way I am. And he is all about power and authority because of the Akrab and Deshubba conjuncting his north node. So we've got all that energy on his north node. That's what people are going to remember him by, where he's going, the basic fabric of his life, and all of these other negative energies conjuncting his south node that he feels comfortable with. Now his Attila conjuncts her sun at 2 degrees. Attila, if you're familiar with Greek mythology, then I'm sure that you already know about Attila the Hun. He was very vicious and a brute. And that's how he acted towards Mica, because it's conjuncting her sun. Now her Mercury, Cassandra, Zeus, and Mira conjuncts his Machiavelli and Proserpina. This is really toxic, because Mercury, like I said, is a thinking and talking planet, and it's conjuncting her Cassandra. Now, Cassandra has to do with people, when you tell people certain things or you predict what's going to happen, people will not believe you. They'll turn around and say, what's going on? Why are you saying that? Where are you getting your information from? Oh, I don't believe you. That's not true. Zeus is conjuncting her Mercury. Mira is conjuncting her Mercury. So she's saying to him, you know what? I don't think that you're faithful. I think that you're cheating on me, but people aren't going to believe what I have to say. They're not going to believe about the sexual deviancy, allegedly, going on. Or possible, could be sex trafficking. I've talked about Mira so many times before, but this is all alleged. But I'm just telling you what I feel that she has said to him, because all of these asteroids and her Mercury is conjuncting his Machiavelli and Proserpina. And Machiavelli has to do with the trickster, possible con artistry, immoral behavior, street savvy. So she said to him, I think, no one's going to believe me. You're too street smart. You have people under a spell. You're immoral. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to be in the depths of the underworld, because that's the energies that Proserpina has. She was dragged into the depths of hell by Hades. Well, I've already explained that in the beginning. Hades was conjuncting his church. So he's like the devil in the church. He dragged her into this hellish existence, and she was telling him, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. No one's going to believe me, though, because, you're a pastor. How are they going to believe that you cheated, or that possible, alleged sexual deviancy going on? And I don't think that he was very happy about this, because his Pluto trines her Asclepius. And Asclepius has to do with tale-bearing, revealing of secrets. And since his Pluto is trining her Asclepius, This means he wanted to control her. He didn't want her to go off and tell everyone what she knew, because Sphinx likes to keep those secrets hidden. And not only that, his Mars is conjuncting the asteroid Hell, Anubis, and Savage. Hell, covering things up, shoving it underneath a rug, not letting anybody know what's really going on, and it's conjuncting his Mars. That planet has a lot of power. Now his Mars is in Pisces, so Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Secrets, things that are hidden, because Neptune is the natural ruler of the 12th house in the zodiac, and that's where the subconscious energies are and things that are secrets and hidden. And it's conjuncting his Anubis, god of the underworld, keeper of the gatekeeper of the underworld and death. And there's Savage there, and that has to do with weapons, beatdowns, violence. Now, he doesn't want anybody to know any of this, and it's conjuncting her Venus. So he brought those energies into this relationship. His Mars conjuncting her Venus, that is a natural indicator of strong sexual attraction between two people, but we've got these asteroids in here as well, giving more to the story. And it's also conjuncting her Persephone. Persephone and Proserpina are the same, have the same exact energy, being dragged into the depths of hell, and it's conjuncting her Apophis, and she wanted out. The Apophis conjuncting her Venus, the love relationship that she had with him was destroyed. There was a destruction involved here because of Proserpina, because of Persephone, and being held in a way hostage, allegedly. I have to say that. Also, his Nessus squares her Venus, 0 degrees, and that has to do with abuse, plain and simple. Her Mars conjuncts his Finale and Schleicher. Schleicher has to do with stalking, keeping tabs on somebody, and Finale, endings. So he wanted to find out what she was doing. He was putting tracking things on her car, trying to keep tabs on where she was going, and Finale has to do with endings. So there's an ending that he was going to bring into this relationship, and he was going to bring it because he wanted to find out what she was doing. That was going to be one of the main reasons, I think. Now, his lie conjuncts his Venus, 0 degrees. So, you don't want to go out with a guy that has lie conjuncting his Venus. He's going to lie to all the women in his life. He's not going to tell them the truth. He's not going to be forthcoming. He's going to be, a sweet-talking ladies' man. He's going to be street smart and a swindler, okay? Thanks to his Machiavelli and his Casanova conjuncting his North Node and his Sphinx. Now, in her natal chart, she has the asteroid Swindle conjuncting the asteroid Miller. So, this is at 0 degrees. You can't get tighter than that. So she was swindled by him. Has to do with lying, cheating, fraudulent behavior. So see how the asteroids all come together and they tell a story. And it's just, I hope she gets justice if he is responsible for her death. If I had his birth time and hers, I could probably find out a lot of more information. But this was bad enough. And if I had done this chart for her, I would have been like, girl, move out of the country and find someone else. But it's too late for that. So rest in peace, Mica. And I will be back again with other Synastry charts. So hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop. Have a nice day.